Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Get the ball. Shit.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Hurry up. Go.
First carry for James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
70. Indy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Conner. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's Conner. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 43. Watch the curl.
This is Conner running right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Now.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Ready. 50, plant. 80 weapons.
They'll try the air now with Romo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd down. Romo nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute... Bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
10 Lobo.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Jim.
X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Chopper! Chopper!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
55.
Ready?
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He's got a first down past the 30. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens, if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They keep it with Miller on first down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And he's going to go down again. Malik Collins dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Rush in. Check. Shift.
Here's Miller. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them
and the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now it's Romo. And he rifles one incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Romo. And that will be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Pulled in at the 24. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pull it high.
Check. Mike 55, Mike 55.
He don't know no better.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike 55.
Yes.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Look at me. Zipper.
52, come on. Switch up.
Out of the gun. Romo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
Here we go.
Check.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
General West.
13-yard line.
Go.
55. Exit. Check. 55. Come on.
5.
On 2nd down now. It's Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it with Balaj. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got one. Go. Watch the slants. Go.
A shotgun snap for Romo. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down.
Motion. Reset. Mike 52. I'm here all day.
From the gun, Romo looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
It's going to be a long day. That's that.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
55 to Mike.
Man, I got you.
Bravo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey. High 7.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Lamar Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On the double.
55. Check. 55. Mike.
Hey, Haywood. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Check 31.
Back.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Gallman, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run for it with Connor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready?
Watch the slant. Slam.
Topper.
55 is my guy, 55.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. This is Miller, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
Check, crunch.
Get it.
Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. General West.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, watch it.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
I'm coming after you. Hey, switch gears.
Ready?
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? if you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
I smell protein spill.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Pilot, 64. Weak. 36.
They'll run this with Homer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Got it. 43's the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit, watch this. Hey, lock it. Let's go fight.
Right back to Connor here on first. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game in the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Romo now to throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Noah Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Here's Romo. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. He's checking. Shoot.
Miller. Lamar Miller past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Miller running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 55, come on. Hey, tight. 80 weapons. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Get your swing. Ready, ready.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
30 base.
Now Tony Romo on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Romo now to throw it. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. From the 50, it's Romo. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw is Romo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is Homer. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On first and 10, Romo, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, second and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
52's the mic, boys. Go. No chance. Hey, Mike 52.
Ready?
Here's Romo going for it all. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Connor going to try and run it. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Hey.
Motion out of the backfield.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey! Mike, 55. Hit it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Green. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Dolphins, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.